Hi, you guys. Hello and welcome to Coffee Chat, my weekly Facebook Live video with myself. I'm Catherine Oster. For those of you, does it get any better than that? I wonder. Hi, Darla. Hey, how are you? Oh my God. I always get so excited when people join my live. I love it. Thank you for joining. I'm just noticing I have a low network connection, so I might be moving. We'll see how it goes. Coffee today too. Yeah. Another low network connection. So I'm just going to move downstairs, guys, closer to my Wi-Fi, if you just want to bear with me for a minute. And I can talk and walk at the same time. I mean, of course I can. So how are you? How is everybody today? There is a lot of changes going on in the world, and now more than ever, the future is very undefined. And how does it get any better than that? So I did have an email request from a gal, a viewer who has a question. And she's curious, so with all of this stuff going on in the world with, coronavirus, and basically coronavirus is the biggest thing right now. She was wondering how I know she's done some. We are in Helena's room, for those of you that are wondering. There's Elsa. Hi, Vicky. And Helena's decorations. The Wi-Fi is in Helena's room, and I always have the best connection here. All right, so she was asking about how to deal with her husband, basically how to outcreate other people's energies. So a few things to remember right now. You are very aware. You are aware, you are aware, you are aware. And her question was, she's like, I know, Catherine, I use the tools, I know. And when my husband is home, there's this overwhelming sense of fear, and I feel like I can't get beyond it. And he works 4 days a week currently right now. And she just said that she feels like really stuck, and she's like, I know it's not mine, and it's still affecting me or effecting me. She's still at the effect of his fear. So a few things here. One of them is to energetically expand out. Remember to energetically expand out. And we can do that really quickly right now. So if you just take a deep breath in and energetically expand out, 1,000 miles above you, up into the sky, 1,000 miles below you, down into the earth, 1,000 miles all the way around you. Expanding out into the infinite space of the infinite being that you truly be. Now, hey, Kristen. If you're just new to if you're just new to any of this conversation, for me, when I first started taking Access Consciousness classes, for those of you that don't know, I'm a certified facilitator of Access Consciousness, and that was one of the main things that I had to constantly remind myself of, was to expand out and lower my barriers. Expand out and lower my barriers. And this is all energetic, okay? And hi Wes, and know that just by asking to expand, you are energetically expanding. And I always take a deep breath, because I find that just gets me present in my body, and then I think expand. And it's a muscle that I had to build always, because it wasn't very strong in the beginning. I mean, I was so contracted, I was smaller than my body. And I always love the analogy of, when you are energetically contracted, you are the size of a puddle. And you are at the effect of everything around you. When raindrops hit a puddle, it affects it. Now, when you energetically expand out, you become the size of the ocean, and raindrops do not affect you. Raindrops being other people, their points of view, how they're feeling. When you are energetically expanded to the size of the ocean, you actually affect. The ocean affects the world climate. It affects everything. So energetically expand out and lower your barriers. Hi, Bronny. When you can lower your barriers with everything that's going on around you, nothing will stick to you, so to speak. So, and one way to do that is just to think or say in your head, barriers down, barriers down, barriers down. And like, I had to really force mine down in the beginning. I had literally built like this really strong stone wall around me. I was so barriered, and I believed that protected me from the world. But actually, it did not. It was actually my weakness, because barriers do not let in any information or any awareness at all. Barriers keep everything out, and they keep you separate from everything. But when you can lower your barriers and energetically expand out, then you can receive all of the information, you can receive all of the awareness that you require to know and to have in the moment. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Oh, Loretta, you're so welcome. Yes, be the ocean. Expand out to the ocean. Lower your barriers. I know with my husband, Travis, he's very intense, and he has very strong points of view, and he can be really hard for me to be around. And what I notice is when it's hard for me to be around him is when I am contracted and when I have a barrier up to him, because when I am resisting and reacting to him and what he's saying, it's energetically keeping me stuck. Hi, Philip. Hi, Lynn. It's energetically keeping me stuck. And his points of view stick to my barriers of separation. So, and for those of you that are just joining now, you should start from the beginning, because I talk about being energetically expanded, having more ease being around people right now, and lowering your barriers. And so it was a really conscious practice for me. Hey, Lori, you guys are all distracting me. Everybody joining my video. Thank you so much for watching. So it's a really conscious practice for me when I was around him, especially because I had these natural barriers with him. And I actually, now as I'm talking to you, I'm actually noticing that maybe there were his barriers that I was matching without even consciously realizing it. So if I push down my barriers, then I have way more ease being with him. And the more that you consciously expand out and lower your barriers, the stronger that muscle gets and the more it becomes your natural state. And I actually notice that I have an easier time doing that and being that with some people, and a harder time doing that and being that with other people. So if you find yourself resisting and reacting to what somebody's saying, and resisting and reacting is when, so let's take the coronavirus, for example. When that person is saying, oh my God, we need to go and get, food and groceries and stock up. When you resist and react to that, you're saying, what? You're fucking crazy. There's nothing going on here. You're resisting and reacting. You're taking the totally opposite point of view. Now you can also align and agree with them, which is like, oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, we need to go do this right now. Hi, Jen. And that's alignment and agreement. Now when you are energetically expanded, when your barriers are down, you can actually have true awareness of what you require to do in that moment. And it might actually be to go to the grocery store and get ready, get some food ready so you don't have to go to the grocery store for a few weeks because the grocery store may not be open for a few weeks. So that is the gift of being present. And that gives you the energetic expansion, and lowering your barriers will allow you to have way more ease being around people at this time, and way more ease being present with all of the energies that's going on right now. So you are not at the effect of everybody else around you. You then begin to affect those people around you. Because when you have no barriers, when you are expanded out and you have your energetic barriers down, in order for people to stay around you or to engage with you, they also have to lower their barriers. And they will also get more present with you. Or they will just leave. Or they just can't, they're just not comfortable being around you, willing to be that. Now, when you are energetically expanded and you lower your barriers, you are also being very vulnerable. And this kind of, growing up, I used to believe that if I was vulnerable, I was really weak and I could die. I could be killed. Because if I didn't have my barriers up, I wasn't protecting myself. But the reality and the truth is, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. And from the space of vulnerability is actually true strength. Because you can have the awareness of what's required of you in the moment, you will get the information of what action you require to take, if there's any. And you will invite everybody else around you to be that present and to be that vulnerable and to get out of the crazy. And so that's what I love about these tools. And it was really hard for me to get because it really is that easy. It really is that easy. And and I used to think that in order for things to change, I had to work really hard and it had to be tough and I had to struggle through it. But what if you don't? What if it really is about being energetically expanded and lowering all of your barriers? So, you that are live or that can right now, we're just going to do an energetic exercise. So if you take a deep breath in, and if you get present in your body and just feel your feet on the floor or wherever they are, if you're sitting, feel your bum in the seat. Hey, Bobby. Notice your shoulders, the tips of your ears, and the top of your head. Just get present in your body right now. And take another deep breath in. Breathing in, allowing and noticing all of the air that's entering your body. And now let's energetically expand out. And know that just by you listening to me saying it, and just by you saying the word in your head, you are energetically expanding. So let's expand out 1,000 miles above you, up into the sky, 1,000 miles below you, down into the earth, 1,000 miles all the way around you. So you are expanding out into the infinite space of the infinite being that you truly be. And when you energetically expand, you start to energetically pull apart the molecules that are around you energetically. And those stuck things, those stuck feelings, those stuck points of view, those stuck conclusions start to dissipate and come apart, and they start to change. You know, science even tells us that nothing is actually solid. It all is based on how the molecules vibrate. So when you energetically expand, you change the molecules around you. And any barriers that you have up, barriers down, barriers down, barriers down, in all layers, levels, lifetime, universes, spaces, dimensions, realities, barriers down. And now I'm going to use the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement, which is this really weird group of words that you don't need to understand at all, but it works and it changes. It's like an energetic magic wand. Hi, Paulo. So barriers down, and anything that doesn't allow you to lower your barriers, will you destroy and create all of that times a godzillion? And if you say yes, then I run the clearing statement. Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And anything that doesn't allow you to energetically expand beyond where you have expanded before, will you destroy and create all of that times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And so now notice the space that you're in. For me, in the beginning, I would feel a little bit dizzy. I would feel like more space. I would feel lighter. And now I'm just dizzy all the time. So I'm used to that. And now you start from this space, you start to affect the people around you. You'll start to notice and be present with what's really going on. And you will start to have a choice. You will start to be able to choose for you. And you will have the awareness of what you require to choose and when you require to choose it. So my beautiful friend who wrote in an email to me for tools to help her be with her husband at this time, can you let me know if this exercise helps you with that? And anybody else? And thank you so much for watching. I adore you guys. So remember, energetically expand and lower your barriers. And for those of you that are new to Access Consciousness and the clearing statement, watching this now and in the future, I will put a link that with this video, you can go and check out more information about the clearing statement if you choose to. Bye-bye for now. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for all the hearts, guys. What else is possible now that wasn't possible before? And what possibilities are available now that weren't available before? And now more than ever, the future is actually very undefinable. So what can we contribute to creating and actualizing the change for the planet that the planet has been asking for the people, for us, for our kids, for the earth? I wonder. All right. Bye-bye for now.